This week, we heard of more research putting soda and other sugary drinks in a bad light. A study published in the journal Human Reproduction suggests that drinking a soda every day can lead to girls starting menstruation even earlier. I'm joined by Dr. Serna of North Cyprus Internal Medicine and Wellness to talk more in depth about this. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Thanks for
Melissa.
being here.
Thank you.
So we already know that there are a lot of health concerns, and now there's an added one. What are your concerns about sugar?
So my concerns about sugar is it's very prevalent in our society. It's in everything. 80% of the processed foods that we have today have sugar in them. So it's not the obvious adding a little sugar to your coffee. It's in so many of the foods that we have every day. And soda's such a good example. Kids drink soda all the time. Adults drink soda, and we drink sweetened beverages and things that look like fruit juice that aren't. And it's just causing a lot of health problems for us.
80% of processed foods. So we're not just talking about cookies. It's in things that you would never think about. What are some of those items that parents might want to be aware of?
So we're talking about breakfast cereals. We're talking about the neon-colored things that we feed our children for breakfast, and our pasta sauces, cakes and muffins. Bran muffin isn't so healthy. There are sugar in so many of the foods that we consume every day, and the new food labels have sugar on them, and we're starting to look for that, but it's really everywhere in those processed foods.
Okay, and so you said pasta sauce. I mean, we really probably need to take a look at those labels, because I don't think anybody thinks about their pasta sauce being sweet, but it's in there.
It's in there.
So we need to know. Okay, let's talk about what's going on with girls. So what is your thought process behind why it would actually change their hormones enough to completely make them have menses early?
So we already know that sodas can lead to obesity, and we already know that obesity can cause early menstruation in girls, have them start puberty earlier. So the new news here is that even if the girls aren't obese, for all weights, that these soda drinks, sugary drinks, drinking about a serving and a half or more of soda a day, can cause these girls to go through puberty earlier. And that's a really big deal. Long term, we're talking about an increased risk perhaps of breast cancer and uterine cancer. So what's happening to our kids now, what they're drinking now, is going to affect them years down the road as an adult. But the other side of it is these kids are going through puberty earlier, and all the social implications that come with that. We're not really ready for our little girls to grow up this quickly. So it's really important to understand that how we take care of ourselves affects us now and can affect us greatly in the future.
That is just an overwhelming amount of information when you think about the fact that it is making it start earlier, cancer later in life. I don't think that people are thinking about that. They're thinking probably more about it being an inconvenience when they're younger. But it's so far beyond that.
It's very far beyond that. And 1 year earlier for starting puberty or going through menses can cause about a 5% increased risk in breast cancer later in life. Breast cancer is our #1 cancer for women behind skin cancer. So it's a big deal. Here in this study, we're only talking about 2.7 months. But this study also was done, or data collected, almost 15 years ago, and things have gotten worse with our health situation. So it's really terrible to think of the implications of that. And really, again, what we're doing to our children, set examples for our children, how our children are now, is really going to affect them later in life.
Dr. Serna, thank you for being here and walking us through this and just giving an eye-opening statement to parents.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
On Business Watch this morning, news about saving money and saving